Did you know that you can easily cheat lifetime happiness points, build foundations of different heights, change the color of floor tile edges, or even change your baby's clothes? Hey everyone, SimMattically here. I have a bunch of Sims 3 tricks and tips for you. If you play Sims 3 a lot, you might already know some of them, but I bet I will surprise you with some of the other tricks, so watch to the end. Live mode tricks. If your sim has a low bladder or hygiene, or if they are hungry, you can click directly on the negative moodlet to automatically solve their needs. If you want to get rid of any moodlet right away, you can activate the cheat Testing Cheats Enabled, hold down Ctrl and click on any moodlet you want to remove. When this cheat is active, you can also manually adjust Sims needs to any level you wish. Not only that, but you can also easily change their relationship and job performance levels. There's one more thing that many Simmers don't know about. When this cheat is active, you can cheat a lifetime happiness points. Hold down Ctrl and click on the box with the current number with one of the standard mouse buttons. Each click will give you 500 points. This means that you can get even 1500 points at the same time. Just click the box with the left, right and middle mouse button at the same time. One important thing though, this will only work if you enter Testing Cheats Enabled in the main menu before loading your save. Reset Sim is a very common cheat that allows you to reset a sim of your choice. But did you know that you can reset all sims in your world by just typing reset sim asterisk instead of a specific name? It's very useful, especially when stuck sims are slowing down your game. The motherload cheat gives you 50,000 simoleons, but you can also specify the exact amount of money you want. You can even deduct money. Just type in family funds and the name of your household with the number you want the money to be. When you drag an item from your Sims inventory, you can drag the whole stack or just one of them. But did you know that by holding Shift, you can specify the exact number you want to transfer? I was really shocked when I discovered this. If you want to recolor your baby's clothes while Testing Cheats Enabled is active, shift-click on your baby and then select Edit Sim in Create a Sim. Then go to Outfits, click the Create a Style button, and then design your own style. Then just save your changes. Camera tricks. You can save up to 5 different camera positions and easily switch between them. Position your camera, then press Ctrl and a number between 5 and 9. This will save the position to a specific number. Then, simply pressing a number between 5 and 9 will move the camera to the assigned position. If you press the number while holding down the Shift key, the camera will immediately move to the saved position. This is very useful if you want to quickly move the camera to your lot from anywhere in the world. It also works in tab mode. If you are in tab mode, you can also rotate your camera by holding Shift and pressing either the A or D key. You can reset the rotation with the S key. This will make your screenshots much more dynamic. If you try to take a screenshot outside of tab mode, you may notice that objects close to your camera disappear. There's a cheat to change this. Use the Fade Objects Off cheat. Now you can zoom as close as you want and nothing will disappear. Tricks and tips for building. If you want to save money while renovating your lot, make sure to follow these two methods. If you are changing floors or wallpapers, sell the existing ones first. And if you're changing the size of the room, instead of deleting the existing walls, see if moving the walls will give you the results you're looking for. Both of these methods save a lot of money. When creating the foundation for your building, you can change its height by manipulating the terrain. To make it higher, simply raise the terrain, build a foundation, and then lower the terrain back to its original height. But there's also a quick way to make it super low. When you place a foundation, simply hold down the Alt key. It will be the same height as the platforms. You can also place a platform on top of a lowered foundation to double its height. You can also create freezes. These are basically foundations that you can place on top of a room to make the building higher. To do this, activate the Place Freezes On cheat. The foundation tool will then be replaced with freezes. If you already had the foundation tool selected when you entered the cheat, make sure to select it again, then simply drag the cursor across the room to create freezes. You won't be able to build a foundation on the ground until you turn this cheat off. They are also compatible with stairs. Just leave enough space for them and their stalls will automatically fit. Speaking of stairs, you can stack stairs on top of each other. But what's weird is that this only works if the stairs are aligned with the direction of the lot. Otherwise, your sim will go to the top of the stairs and then immediately turn around and go down. There's a workaround. If this happens, just move the stairs one tile. Not a perfect solution, but a working one. When placing floors, you can press Ctrl F to switch to quarter tiles. You can also use the angle brackets to rotate the floor 90 degrees. When placing a wall decoration, you can click and hold the left mouse button to drag it up and down. And by holding down the Alt key, you can switch to the precise mode, which allows you to move the object smoothly. If you ever notice that Sims enter the lot from the wrong side, you can use testing cheats enabled to set the correct front of the lot. Hold down Ctrl and Shift and then click on the correct edge to select it as the front. Create a style tips. Did you know that you can use create a style on the edges of the floor? This allows you to change the texture and color to perfectly match it with the rest of the building. When creating your custom style, you can drag any tile onto another tile to replace it. Once two tiles are the same, you can collapse them and modify them at the same time. If you drag and drop a tile between the others, it will change their order. You can also drag a tile from one object to another to easily match individual textures. Even better, you can drag the whole preset onto another object and it will match. When designing your own wallpaper or floor, if you click on a contiguous part of the matching tiles, the Create a Style tool will change all of them. But if you hold down the Shift key while clicking, it will only change the one tile you clicked on. A similar thing happens when you drag a preset, but it's the other way around. When you drag a preset, it only applies to one tile, but if you hold down the Shift key, it will affect all of them. If you don't mind using mods, there are still a few tricks that are not available in the vanilla game. For example, if you use the move objects a lot and want to turn it on and off quickly, this mod lets you do it with a hotkey on your keyboard. I have a video on my selected game-changing mods, where you can find some additional tricks. And if you don't use mods, I encourage you to give them a try.